r/Nosleep. Posted by you/Memeboibutgreater. Rules to follow if you are stuck in a recurring nightmare. Hello. I won't reveal my name, that's irrelevant. I am here to help you wake up from a recurring nightmare. A recurring nightmare means that the nightmare repeats itself in your sleep, making it an endless loop of things, and it is near impossible to wake up from it alone. Recurring nightmares are of three types. 1. Losing family or a loved one, over and over and over again. 2. Hellish sights of things too grotesque for the human mind to be able to comprehend mutilation. 3. Chased by something constantly. If there is any other recurring nightmare you have, then it is safe to assume that you will surely wake up someday. Though if the nightmare is one of the above, then follow these rules thoroughly. A. Losing family or a loved one. 1. In the nightmare you are having to sit in a room pitch black. Find the candle under the chair and it should light up after 5 minutes of holding it. Don't be alarmed. 2. Follow the desperate cries for help that will get more evident as you slip deeper into the nightmare, into the world not meant for any living to occupy. 3. Do not close your ears, the cries will grow desperate. They are of your loved ones, you will realize that, but don't close your ears, the cries will be unbearable, but you need to be alert. You will soon hear footsteps behind you, even though the volume of the cries is louder than the footsteps, you will hear them no matter what. 4. Once you hear the footsteps, look behind you, you will see a thin, cold man. Give him the candle. And after that run to the voices, don't look behind you, the sight is way traumatic than anything you have ever experienced. 5. You will hear your loved one but they aren't actually visible to you. Take this as A+ as you enter the room if you followed the voices correctly. In the room there are 3 envelopes. Read them. 6. Now, you should know if your loved one wrote which letter, others should be destroyed. If you don't know your loved one's handwriting, then look for the letter that sounds more like how your family member or loved one speaks. 7. When inspecting the letters, if the walls start bleeding, then ignore it, it's the aftermath of what happened after you gave that candle away. 8. If you see a little girl who looks a little too fake, then ignore her. If she brings a tray, take the tray and eat the food in it, she wishes you good luck. If she comes in beheaded or without eyes, ignore her presence entirely, do not talk to her in any occurrences, you don't have much time. 9. Upon being sure of your loved one's letter, destroy the rest of them. Keep the letter of your loved one, or just give the bogus letters to the girl, she likes presents. 10. If you choose the wrong letter, then I am sorry, your skin will start to rot, you will grow in size, your blood is being sucked away by something you can't see, you feel your skin tightening as you see yourself turning into something far more worse than a demon. This is going to be torture, so get out of the room. You'll see a man with a candle, take the candle from him, he'll run into the room, you'll die instantly afterwards. 11. After you have the correct letter, then you should wake up immediately. This dream will not recur, though you will get the next nightmare. I will provide rules on the next nightmare soon. Right now, follow these. 12. When you woke up from this nightmare, then sleep at your regular time, don't prolong anything, don't tell anyone of these nightmares, and do not eat anything irregular, eat something light for the next one. Trust me, you don't want to know why. That's about it. I'll make sure to add the rules to the next nightmare afterwards. Right now I'll have to hunt this poor man. This is part 2 of the survival guide. Part 1 can be found here. I suggest you watch it. I have left what information you will need to survive Type A nightmares. As you progress deeper, the nightmares are going to be more horrific, nothing even the deepest pit of hell can offer. You will feel pure fear as your conscience slips into different dimensions. To be perfectly honest, I didn't like how things ended last time. I am sorry. Anyways, let me continue with what you'll experience. Type B nightmares consist of mutilation. They are entirely focused upon what harm can be done with the human body. What this nightmare requires is to, being able to tolerate the smell of rotten flesh and whatnot. In here the harm isn't to you or your loved one. This mainly focuses on manipulation of he who has managed to slip into our world. You will know more as you read the further rules. 1. When you wake up in the room, you will hear knives being sharpened, you will hear screams, you will hear small thumping of something hitting the ground. Put on the blindfold I tied to your hand. 2. After the sounds stop, open the door silently, you won't be noticed if you don't make too much noise. Now you are in his kitchen, there you notice whispering in the cage, the contents of the cage however are beyond human. 3. This is where their manipulation begins. They will plead, they will threaten, but do not be alarmed and don't talk to them. 4. Do not open their cage, their owner does not like its food escaping. 5. If you hear the little girl from Nightmare A again, call out to her, she will hold your hand and take you to the next room. If you do not hear the little girl, then it's gonna be a tough time. Do not talk to the little girl in any occurrence. 6. Do not take off the blindfold. I told you to put it on for a reason. The things in the cage look way worse than you can imagine. Do not take off the blindfold in any other rooms as well. 7. After you have made your way to a door, there is only one door, then listen carefully. If you hear thumping or cutting, then do not open the door if the girl is present. This never happens. If you hear someone say "I can see you," then I am sorry, there's nothing I can do. After a few minutes you will feel a strange sensation. You will feel something tugging at your insides. Every breath you take will hurt so much you yourself will wish its last. Your body will feel like something's crawling inside of it. The headaches will start. Your brain is being crushed by the creatures inside. Your skull breaking as something within expands, and then your consciousness is now his. You are forever doomed to an eternity of torture worse than anything. I am so sorry for this. 8. After the sounds have stopped, open the door and then you will smell something uneasy. That is his work, his art and his life. From now, it depends upon luck. Just hope he didn't call anyone to see his new piece of art. 9. Once you enter the room, you will feel something fleshy on the ground. Feel it. If it's a head, take it. If it's an eye, leave it. If it's a heart, however, then go back to room 1. He never leaves hearts out like this. 10. After taking the head, navigate your way to a sculpture. If you don't have a head, then find one. Also note that the girl left, so you are now on your own. 11. If you find the sculpture, then, from the head, carefully take out a piece of brain from the head. You will hear the sculpture unhinge its jaw. Put the piece of brain on its tongue. 12. After this, run to the door. The owner knows you are here. He will get you. Run. Ignore the moving body parts. Ignore the fact that you feel something tugging at you. Run to the bright light. You will now wake up, safe. Though if you are late, then they beings have already been resurrected. They are many times faster than you. One of them will escape and they will gain control of your human body. It's already too late. Surrender to him. This will keep you from dying. By now you may have several questions. You are curious, who is the girl? Who is him? What did you mean by "I am so sorry"? Though these questions are best left unanswered, I will write the rules for Type C Nightmare. But for now, I have to hunt this rule-breaking idiot.